In class 12 business studies, today we are going to start chapter number 7, that is directing. And as you know, the management functions which I already explained you, planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. We already completed other functions of management like planning, organizing, staffing. Then the next function of management is to guide the workers, motivate, lead them, encourage them, supervise them, means direct them. So in this function, I will discuss with you the directing function and see. Directing means the process of activating human resources to achieve the objectives of business. Directing means moving into action. See, all other three functions like planning means think in advance, organizing means organize the resources, staffing means appointing manpower at right place, right job, and then directing means moving into action. The process of activating human resources, achieve the objectives of business. See, Ernest then said, directing is telling people what to do and seeing that they do it to the best of their ability. German-born American organizational theorist, professor in business administration at Columbia University, better known for his work on comparative management theory, and he said that directing is the major function of management. How we can say there are some features of directing. Directing initiates action. Directing gives a starting for all actions in the management. Directing initiates action means all the functions performed like planning, organizing and staffing. Then in that function of management, they start actions by the management and it initiates action. Then pervasive. The directing is the function which we can say pervasive. Pervasive means required by all, required everywhere, in every department, at every level, directing is necessary. Directing is pervasive, whether in economic, social, or personal. Sargun Singh, you are spoiling my video. Sargun Singh, just now your name come on that screen. Sargun Singh, don't do it. Sargun Singh. So directing is pervasive. It takes place wherever superior subordinate relationship exists. It is applicable to all the levels of management, where top, middle, operational. See, directing is pervasive. Pervasive means required by all, applicable everywhere, in every department, in every aspect of life, whether social, economical, or political. Directing is pervasive. It takes place wherever superior subordinate relationship exists, or it is applicable at all the levels of management. As I explained you, there are 3 levels of management. I gave you that hierarchy also. Top, middle, operational. is applicable in all the levels of management, top, middle, operational. So directing is pervasive as other functions, or we can say management is pervasive, required by all. And then next point. See, some features of management exist here also. Continuous process. Directing is carried out through the life of the organization. Maybe the directors change. Maybe the style of direction change. But the directing function is necessary, it is pervasive, and it is continuous. Continuous, how we can say continuous? Because it carried out through the life of the organization. It goes on continuously. Directing will not change. We can take this example in our real life also. A child also requires some directing. Then when you will go in college, when you will go in job, everywhere some directing is necessary. Directing is not an, we can think it in a wider term. It involves guiding, motivating, leading, supervising. So it is required everywhere. Maybe the guide change. Maybe the director change. Maybe the leader change. See here, I am teaching you. Here I am guiding you. I am directing you in class 12. Next year I will not guide you. Some other person will guide. When you will go in job, then some other person will lead you. So direct you or motivate you. So this is a continuous process. It carried out throughout the life of the organization. Next year, some other children will come. I will guide them. So it is a continuous process from the both parts. Then it always flows from top to bottom. Top to bottom means it implies that managers can direct the subordinates. A superior can direct the subordinates. I can direct you. Principal can direct me. Manager can guide the subordinate. Then what about bottom to top? Not possible. You can suggest. You can request. Okay? So always keep in mind, directing flows from top. Direction is a wider term. It means giving instructions, guiding, leading, motivating, supervising. Okay, so communicating also. So it generally flows from top to bottom, and managers can direct the subordinates. Then see, the directing is concerned with the human being in the organization. I'm sure you must understand. I cannot direct here the furniture, AC, and all the electrical appliances. You can say nowadays Alexa also doing our work. Alexa, switch on the light, but we are guiding. That artificial intelligence concept you can keep now separately. But here I am telling you, the director or a manager or a superior can direct the human element. Guide, motivate, supervise, lead, instruct. So, human element. Okay? This is the major difference we can say. I cannot instruct the furniture to move automatically, but I can guide, motivate human being like you. So these are the features of directing. It initiates action. It is pervasive. It is continuous. It flows from top to bottom. It involves human elements. Now we will discuss it, then we will move further. And with these points help, we will discuss the directing. Today I start topic directing. Directing is the function of management, and in our book, first book, that is chapter number 7. Directing, the process of activating human resources to achieve the objectives of business. Directing means moving into action. Directing does not involve punishment. Okay? It means lead like a coach. It means guide, supervise, communicate, encourage, motivate. Okay? So directing means moving into action for desired manner to achieve the goals effectively and efficiently. See, on the day one, I told you if you want to get extra marks in business studies, your performance will be better than others. So for directing, you can start the answer by Ernest Davis quotation. Directing is telling people what to do and seeing that they do it to the best of their ability. Like I am directing you, I am motivating you, leading you, guiding you, supervising you, communicating you, so that you will perform the best in your boards, best of your ability. This is direction. Ernest Dell read his book. He is a German-born American organizational theorist, wrote very nice books on management, and better known his work on comparative management theory. The features of directing, my dear children. Directing's first feature is it initiates action. Directing gives a starting for all actions in the management. Pervasive directing takes place wherever superior subordinate relationship exists. It is applicable in all departments, in all functions, at all levels of management, and in all aspects of our life. Pervasive means what? Pervasive means required by all, common to all, applicable everywhere, in every aspects of life, social, political, legal, economic. Everywhere directing is necessary and directing exists. Like I am teaching you in this school, that is directing. I am giving you instructions. I am giving you, communicating you the information. This is directing. At your home also, someone is directing you. Someone is instructing you. Same. That's why we can say directing is applicable at all levels of management. Level, middle level, operational level. Wherever there is some superior above or higher, then there is a relation in the organization. Middle level directs the operational level. Operational level directs the workers. Top level directs the or instruct or guide or motivating or lead the middle level. So we can say directing is the function which is pervasive, which is required at all levels of management in all departments. Then directing is a continuous process. It carried out to the life of the organization. It is continuous. This is impossible that we have directing for one day or for 1 month or for a time period, deep time period. No, directing is a continuous process. It goes on continuously even through the life of the organization. Motivation, leadership, supervision, communication, instruction, guiding, encouragement. It is a continuous process. Okay, like here today I am teaching you, I am guiding you. After few months I will not be there, some other person will guide you. Okay, flows from top to bottom. Direction always flows from superior to subordinate, from top to middle, middle to operational, from managers to subordinate. Yes, a subordinate can convey the message to the superior, but it is in the form of request, application mode, Okay, suggestion mode, then it is for human being. Directing is concerned with the human beings in the organization. We cannot direct the, see, in the class 11th in economics you have learned there are two types of capital, human capital and physical capital. So we can direct the human being or human capital only. Physical capital like furniture, machinery, building, we cannot direct them. That's why we can say it is human element. Say, directing, it initiates action. Initiate actions, pervasive, continuous, slow, human element. So these are the features of directing. And I'm sure you all must understood today's topic. In simple words, we can join these points and make a meaning. Directing means instructing, guiding, supervising, leading, motivating, and communicating the subordinates. Okay. It is a continuous process, pervasive function, flow from superior to subordinate. It involves human elements. Okay, so I'm sure you got this topic.